The next investment appraisal technique that we shall be discussing is the NPV, net present value technique. And to calculate the net present value, we have to use two discounting factors. As you can see, the first discounting factor that I've used is 12%. We've already calculated for payback period discounting method 12%. So I'm going to take the same information to calculate the NPV. As you can see, NPV discounting factor 12%, we have the value of minus 217,538 as our NPV. Now we're going to calculate the NPV for discounting factor 2%. As usual, I've taken this information from the PV table. So you're going to take the PV table, go to the column discounting factor 2%, and take all the information that is related to the first 5 years into the table. And we're going to calculate the same way we calculated the discounting factor for payback period, the discounted cash flows. We're going to simply multiply this by the discounting factor and drag the cursor all the way down. So this is our discounted cash flow. Now we have to find our cumulative cash flow. So it's the same application, same technique. We're going to drag it all the way down. So in another way that you can find the NPV is simply add this particular column. And you get the same answer for both calculations. So you can follow both methods. As you can see, for 12% NPV discounting method, we have a minus value, which is 217,538. And here we have 30,907 for discounting factor 2%. So in this analysis, we can say under 12%, the investment cannot be undertaken as the NPV is negative. When the NPV is negative, we have to reject our project. And under discounting factor 2%, the investment can be accepted as the NPV is a positive value. So according to the above example, we can go ahead with the discounting factor 2% because our NPV is a positive value. And if two projects are compared, the project which has the highest NPV has to be selected. If two projects are compared, the project which has the highest positive NPV has to be selected. So this is how you calculate the NPV, net present value, discounting method 12% and 2%. Of course, you can use different discounting factors. It's up to you to decide. But here I've used 12% because the question specified to use 12% as the discounting factor.